Hi guys and girls, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Jet Li. Okay, so before we start our forecasting for the coming week, I would like to walk you through and show you what happened to the previous trades that we forecasted on the previous week. We forecasted about 5 trades, and all the 5 were in good profit. And I believe there is one trade which is still running, which is NZDUSD. So far we have banked a total of 475 pips in profit with just 5 trades. Before we start, this is my homepage, TradingView homepage. I usually post a few of the trade ideas in between the week, so you don't have to really wait for the trade. You don't have to really wait for me uploading the video. If at all I find any good setups, I usually post it on TradingView as well. So feel free to subscribe to my TradingView account, and I'll also make sure I'll keep the link in the description below for you to follow me on TradingView as well, so you are updated with any latest trade setups that occur during the week. Well, usually on normal basis, I do not have any new trade setups that happen during the week, because I usually forecast the possible trades before the week starts, so that I just have to chill around and look at the charts, wait for the setup to happen, and then just take it. That's it. So I'm not being reactive to what the market is showing at that particular time. What I do is I've already planned what sort of a trade that I would want to enter, and then once it occurs, I just enter it. That's how you guys need to do it, than just being very reactive to what the market does currently. Okay, so the first trade that we forecasted last week was AUDUSD. In case if you guys have not seen that video, just feel free to go back and watch that video, so that you have an idea about how we did our analysis and how we came to the conclusion of taking the particular trade short. Yeah. So during the week, the trade actually played out as forecasted, and we got out almost at this retracement over here. So giving us, we banked about 1.7% and a total of 65 pips in profit. That's in one trade. Okay, so this is the next one which we had in the list, which was USDCAD. Before the week started, we forecasted it formed an ascending channel, and we took it short from there. And this was one beautiful trade that happened. Actually, I scaled in, added, which means I added one more position to it over here on the next bear flag. So I had 2 trades running. Anyway, I'm not talking about the second one. The 2 trades running, and I closed this one for about 3.3% in profit. I got tagged out over here, banking total of 123 pips in total. This was just the last week. The next one which we forecasted was Euro Japanese yen. We said it was a falling wedge pattern, and we were looking to go long, and it did actually happen the same way as forecasted. It formed a falling wedge and impulsively broke out, and I got it. It tagged me on my take profit target actually, which was on the other side of the channel, and this one gave me a total of 1.8% in profit, which was about 127 pips in total, where we banked. This was the next trade, which was pound yen that we forecasted. We had 2 scenarios. One I was expecting it to form a double bottom before it started to go up, but instead it formed a bull flag, and I ended up taking it from there. Anyway, our bias was to go long, and it did play out, and it did go really impulsively well, and hit my take profit target, which was 81 pips in total, making about 2% in total profit in that. Then I had EUROCHF, which was forecasted to go long. It did from here it did go long, but then we ended up being on a break-even trade. So we didn't really bank anything on this because we had our targets on top, but this was a break-even trade. Well, it is what it is. This is another beautiful trade which I forecasted in the previous week. It was somewhere around here, and I said I'll wait for it to form a bear flag before taking a shot, and it formed exactly what I was looking for. And as it completed the bear flag, I took a risk entry after seeing this one, this inverse pin bar, and I took an entry on that. And this trade is currently running at 3%. I've not been tagged out yet. As of now, it's a break-even trade. I'm expecting it to probably come one more time over here and then drop down again, so that I could scale in one more position to it. So these are the 5 trades. It's actually 6 trades. One was break even. The rest of the 5 trades are in pretty good profit, and this is the only one which is currently running over the weekend. In case you guys have not seen the previous video, just go back to my channel and you can see it. You can see properly. You can see exactly how the analysis was done, and there was no support resistance or indicators or anything that's used. It's just clearly based on patterns, and we just take the message from the market and we trade it. So when you trade with patterns, the benefit is you get all those impulsive moves. You don't get all those corrective moves. It's always an impulsive move. So you're always in profit immediately, and you can always take risk off the table once it covers 1% of your entry, and then you just go a risk-free trade, and you just keep adding in more positions as setups show up. So that being said, let's now jump into our forecast for the coming week, which would be the 17th of August 2020. So the whole week there's actually a lot of good setups happening this week. We'll go through them one by one. The first thing I'll talk about is my top 6. Actually, for this week it's only top 2 is what I have, which is my red flags. Let's go through them. Okay guys, so first on the top 2 for the week would be USDCAD and Pound KB. The first one I'll talk about is USDCAD. It clearly shows, the market itself is indicating that it is about to reverse. How do I know it? Because it's forming a descending channel. So what I would ideally wait is for it to come down here, probably touch, either form a double bottom over here or reach the bottom of the channel. Okay, so what I would want it to do is, or what I would be waiting to happen is for it to reach here, form a double bottom and then shoot up. That's one scenario. The second scenario would be for it to come all the way here, form another touch, and then first correction, and then you take it long. Anyway, our bias for this week is going to be a long setup for USDCAD once it does the forecasted direction. The second pair that I would be in my list would be Pound KB. If you notice the way how it is formed, it's formed an ascending channel, and there is a inside ascending channel which suggests a pattern within a pattern structure. So this is very probable setup, where it's highly probable setup where, you know, suggesting there is a higher chance for the price to drop. So what I would be waiting for is a drop from the pattern, and then first correction, and then I'll look to take it down. This is a very highly probable setup. but again we are only trading based on probabilities, so there is a chance for it to happen and there is a chance for it not to happen. So we have every possible scenario that we have forecasted here. One is this. The second one would be, if at all it decides to go long, it will break. It needs to break above this channel and then form the first correction. That will confirm that the trend is going long, and then we take it long. But this is very unlikely for it to happen. The most probable setup would be going short, going down. Yeah. Two scenarios. The next one is Kiwi Yen. Two scenarios that I would be mainly looking for is first of all, let me tell you, my bias is to go short. Yeah. So I will only be interested to take this trade if it reaches this place correctively. It reaches this point, and then I would take it short. It can either form an ascending channel or a rising wedge pattern. These are the two patterns that I'm looking at. Or the second scenario that could happen is for it to break and then form the first correction, and then I would take it short again. So first an impulsive break, then first correction, which gives a picture of a bear flag, and then I'll take it short. So these are the only two scenarios that I'm looking at. NZDJPY. This will be in my wildcard because it will take some time to happen. Next pair would be Aussie Yen. So over here, what we can see is basically an ascending channel. Look at this. This is an ascending channel, and there is an inside ascending channel as well. So this is a highly probable setup where it suggestive that the price is expected to be dropping. But how will I look to enter this trade? I'll wait for it to correctively again reach this point and then drop, form the first correction, and then we take it short. So this particular trade, I'm not looking to take it over here. I would wait for the first break, forms a bear flag, and then I will enter it short. The next one would be in my wildcard is USDCHF. So what am I basically looking at this pair? I would wait for the price to reach here correctively, touch this trend line, and then drop. For this trade, I wouldn't mind taking a risk entry, maybe on top. I would not wait for the first correction to happen and then take it. So I would take it over here on top and then wait for the first correction, and that will be my second trade that I'm scaling in to get in. So my bias for USDCHF would be to go short. Next one in the wild card would be Pound Aussie. It's a typical textbook example actually over here. If you see, what is it forming? It's formed an impulse, the first correction, and what are we expecting next? So it's forming a bull flag. So what I would look is, I will wait for it to reach at the bottom over here, and it has to be correctively reaching the bottom, and I'll take an entry here, and then wait for the first break, and then take the second entry on the first impulse. So I'll have two trades in this one particular pair. This could probably happen during this week, and this is the plan that I have for this particular pair. EURUSD is the next pair. So this pair I've been looking at it for quite some time now, and if you notice, overall it's formed an ascending channel with a 3-touch confirmation, and now it's in the corrective phase. So the best bet would be to take it short. And where I would be looking to take it short is basically once the price reaches the top of this structure in a corrective way, it just forms this, goes over here, touch, and then drops. I'll wait for the drop, break of this pattern, and then first correction, I'll take it to the downside. It has a lot of very huge potential for it to probably reach the 90% of it. The next pair would be GBPUSD. This is also a quite promising pair. What is it forming? It's forming it pretty much looks like an ascending channel to me. So what I would be looking for is to take this short, but where? I would wait for it to reach the top of the structure and then reverse, first correction, a bear flag, and then I'll take it down. Then probably another, see, there will be multiple opportunities to take them down. So you don't have to be worried about missing a trade or not. Just be relaxed. Don't have to stress out on any trade. Once it occurs, you'll get it. Let's say it's not necessary it has to reach here and then drop. It can drop before that as well. So, but still, our plan still remains the same. We are not changing anything. If it drops, let's say for example, it drops before that, what do? Wait for the first bear flag correction and then take it. What if I miss that bear flag? I'll wait for another bear flag. It's that simple. It's not complicated at all. Okay, so those are my wildcard. So our top two will be USDCAD and GBPNZD, and these are our wildcards. Now the next I'll be talking about a few pairs which are like a free giveaways. Like literally, they have formed that pattern. You just have to place an entry. That's all that you have to do. There is nothing else you need to do because the pattern is formed by itself. Now all you do is just place your entry orders, and that's it. You take your profits. So this is one example. EURUSD. What has it formed? It has formed a bull flag. So all you do is just wait for the break, and your stop loss will be here, and you take profit over here, which will be 4% with a 44 pip stop loss. If you are very an aggressive trader, you could do is just take it over here. Maybe just wait for a pin bar or any for an engulfing candle, one of the signal. As soon as it forms, well, there already formed an engulfing. You could just take it here with this, but then keep in mind there's always a chance for it to tap you in and then probably form a deeper correction, tap you out, and then come into itself. So this is again game of probabilities. So as long as you keep your risk to 1%, you can always be on the profit side of the trade. So this is I'll be looking to go long for Euro AUD. Another easy trade is a EURCAD. What are we looking at? This is a bigger bear flag. Now there is a small pattern that's forming inside a bear flag, which is an ascending channel. So this is also an easy thing. All you need to wait is a full 1 hour bear engulfing candle, and then you can take a risk entry over here with a very strong stop loss, small stop loss here. Take profit target at the bottom. So take profit target can go really low, so you just have to trail your stop loss. That's it. Your entries are the ones which people usually don't mention about in any of the YouTube training videos that I see. People usually don't mention about the entries, like where to enter and all. Everybody just gives an approximate area. This is if it reaches here, then you take it, but they don't tell you what sort of signal that you have to wait for, because you just place a limit order and then you wait. It can tap you in and plus immediately take you out as well, hitting your stop loss. So when we place our trades, we have to make sense on why are we placing those trades there. See over here, what I did was I waited for the whole pattern to form the bear flag. Now that is one confirmation. Second confirmation is it's forming an ascending channel. That is the second confirmation. Third confirmation would be like a impulsive bear candle. You just take it. That's it. It's that simple. You don't have to really complicate anything. It's just that simple. Okay, then another one is CADJPY. Now let me walk you through this. What do we see here? This is a rising wedge pattern that's formed. Price broke out, and now what are we waiting for a bear flag? Now a bear flag, that what I mean is it has to have minimum 6 to 8 hours correction. So all it does is comes here, forms a 6 to 8 hour correction, and then just take it down. That's it. The next pair would be Aussie dollar. So during the market recap, I already told you about this pair. Yeah. So during the market recap, I already told you about this over here, and then we got tapped out here. Now, what is the next one forming? It's an expanding triangle. What's an expanding triangle? It's just a continuation pattern. That's it. So what we look for is to go short. In this, there is one more pattern that's formed inside, which is an ascending channel. So this is a double confirmation that the price is most probably going to go down. So all you do is, once it forms, you can take a risk entry. Once you form an engulfing candle with your stop loss quite tight, you don't have to be very far. This 21 pip is more than enough, and you take, and you can go all the way down. About 6%, yeah, 6%, which is 134 pips in total that you can back with just this one. So this is there's not much of work really required. You just identify the pattern. Is there any other inside pattern that's formed, and you just take it. The reason why I place this ray line is just to let me be aware that there is a chance for it to go up, form a double top, and then drop. But anyway, our bias is always going to be selling, and just take whatever the market tells you. Another pair would be CAD CHF. What are we seeing? This is a bigger rising wedge pattern. Now all you wait is, now it broke the pattern, right? Now what are we waiting for? Rising wedge is a reversal pattern, and all we're waiting for is a bear flag, 6 to 8 hour bear flag. You just take it down, that's it. All you wait is, patience is key over here. You just have to wait for 6 to 8 hours, and your this thing should be to sell. Next pair is GBPJPY. Well, this was the previous trade that we were talking about last week. Take it off. Anyway, so over here, what are we seeing? We're just forming a rising wedge pattern. Plus, there's one more thing that you need to notice. There is an ascending channel type pattern that's forming here as well. So our bias is to be going short. All I need to wait is, once it's not yet broken. This is subjective. If it's broken for you, it doesn't look like it's broken to me. It looks like it's just a continuation. There's a possibility for it to go up, but as we all know, market always wants to progress. So this is not much of a chance, but there is a chance. Instead, there is a chance for it to form just part of the progression, go down, form a bull, bear flag, and then you just take it short. That's it. Okay, so this is another easy trade, which is NZDCAD. What are we seeing? Seeing a bear flag. This has already formed a bear flag, so all you need to do is just place an entry order below, and your stop loss in your top, and you take profit target at the put. Not here, I mean, you can go even a lot more further down. So the main idea is, it is a bear flag, and our bias is to go short. Okay. Another one is NZDCHF. Now, what are we seeing? See, you're just taking the message from the market. What is the market telling you? It's forming a bear flag. All you do is you take it short. That's it. From here, go all the way down. Another easy setup over here. What does the market say? It's forming a rising wedge, or you could still call it like a bear flag, in the form of a rising wedge. The idea is this, and then down. That's it. Just trade it. All you do is just place a sell limit order here, sell stop, and your 25 pip stop loss, and you can take it all the way down. This is another interesting trade for AUDCAD. It's very clear that it's forming what? An expanding triangle. Expanding triangle is just a pattern that is a continuation pattern. So, and another important thing to notice is there's a rising wedge pattern also over here. So all you do is, now it's formed this one with a rising wedge. Wait for a signal. It has already, not yet. Wait for engulfing bearish candle, and then you take it short. That's it. Short, 25 pips is more than enough. Okay. See, these are all easy trades, and the market just tells you what exactly it wants to do. Just identify the pattern and take the trade. The next one is USDJPY. what we see is it broke out from a ascending channel which was inside a bigger rising wedge. All you do is wait for the first 6 to 8 hour correction, and then it forms a bear flag. That's all. Next is GBPCAD. What are we forming? A bigger bear flag. That's it. Bigger bear flag. Now over here I just need to wait for something to happen. See, it's quite impulsive here. All I need is to wait for it to form a corrective structure so that it tells me there is some sort of value at this point, and then you just take it short. This I wouldn't mind taking a risk entry from here, and something like this, and there is a chance. From what I'm looking is for it to form a double top before the drop, but there is a chance for it to form a bear flag and then down. So either way, we still have it in the plan, and we would just trade the plan as soon as the market shows what it wants to do. Another trade, which is EUROJPY, it's broken out from a rising wedge. Now what is it forming? It's forming a bear flag. Another easy trade, you can take it on the risk entry. All this you can just place it as soon as the market opens. You can just place it. Those are easy trades. There's a chance for it to tag you in and then tag you out, but you still take it again. You just take the trades over and over because that's the probability model, right? So you never know when will it play out, but your bias remains unchanged. You're looking for short. Okay guys, well I think that's pretty much it. These are the number of pairs that we will be looking to trade for this coming week, which is from the 17th of August to 21st of August. So this week really has a lot more potential for us to back good amount of pips. Like I said, this Forex is not really complicated. All you need to know is just not how to do the patterns, and you're good to go. And last but not the least, in case if you really enjoy watching my episode, please subscribe and hit the like button. So share the video so that it reaches a lot more new traders who want to trade and finding it really hard to be consistent. And consistency is key, guys, over here. Just because you had a streak of losses doesn't mean strategy doesn't work. Strategy works. Any strategy works, be it with support, resistance, or indicators. But what I found is this is a lot more reliable because a lot of hedge funds and banks, they all depend mainly on the patterns. They don't usually have all sort of support resistance lines and all those indicate MACD and EMAs and all that. Anyway, well this is my point of view, and I've already showed you a live example of the trades that was forecasted last week and the result also. In case if you want to see how I analyze those trades, you can go back to the channel and watch the last week's forecasting video, and you can see it for yourself. It's doable. It's just a little bit of patience is all that you need to be successful in trading. Treat trading like a business. There will be losses. That's just part of doing business. That's it. Okay guys, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you probably by end of next week. I'll do a market recap as well on how the trades which we forecasted today have played out. See you guys next week. Bye.